Hey guys, today I want to talk about how I got out of the victim mentality mindset. You guys, a few tips that helped me, and I hope that's going to be helpful. So first, I just want to share a little bit of my story. I mean, I am obviously a minority group girl, so growing up, I always had this mentality of I am not the superior race, which was really kind of sad because now that I'm getting into spirituality, that we know we're all one. It doesn't matter whether it's you have a different skin color, ethnicity, title, money. None of that matters at the end of the day, right? You know, unfortunate you were when you were born. Children don't know those things. It's an acquired skill. We learn it throughout our adult life. Sometimes, unfortunately, it's through physical abuse, verbal abuse, sexual abuse, or psychological abuse. For us, I would say I'm happy to report that there was never any kind of sexual abuse in our house, but there's definitely, unfortunately, a little bit of verbal abuse, there were a little bit of verbal abuse, mental abuse, and definitely some physical stuff that happened. My mom did kind of spank her kids once in a while if we didn't do our homework or anything, so that kept me from traveling, doing things, or experiencing life. And I did many years ago, but it did help me a little bit. Listening to I don't know if you guys heard of Louise Hay. I love her audio tapes. I wrote down a couple things from Louise Hay's videos. So basically, replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations or thoughts. So anytime you have a negative thought, replace it with something positive. You'll know how that's going to work out for you. If it's a coworker doing something, just send love and light and replace that negative thought with something positive. The other thing she's talking about is the point of power in this moment, in this present moment. This is really beautiful. So to stay in the moment is not easy because a lot of us are constantly either in the past or trying to plan, tomorrow or next week. So stay in the moment. I forgive myself and set myself free. I like this too. It's very strong because this is something I probably didn't do for the longest time. I didn't forgive myself. I was very hard on myself, and I was also not probably very forgiving of other people around me. My day begins and ends with gratitude. I love it. Gratitude prayers, whatever works for you. It could be just positive affirmations before you go to bed, and then first thing in the morning. Like I said, when I get up in the morning before meditation, I start kind of with love, forgiveness, and any kind of negativity that is on my mind, I remove that, and then I start my meditation. Okay, and I experience love wherever I go. I like this too, because instead of the world being a scary place, now I see the good and people, and I see positive things around. It's now safe to release all my childhood trauma and move into love. And the other thing she talks about is be kind and compassionate towards yourself. Again, be forgiving towards yourself, and self-love. Definitely practice being thankful. No matter how hard your day is or what you're going through, just practice gratitude and being thankful, because that really helped me. So kind of do that in each and every day. And I wrote down like 4 tips here that I would say kind of helped me out in addition to Louise Hay's tapes. So 1, I stopped blaming. I really now watch myself. Anytime I get into this blaming thing, I watch myself very carefully, and I also think about what did I do or what did I say. If it's a coworker thing, or I'm dealing with a friend, or a sibling, I always look at it and their perspective and then my perspective. Before, I didn't do that. Then I also kind of shifted my energy. So my brother told me this a long time ago. I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago, where he told me, you know what, change your story. Change your story. And I didn't know what he meant until I start learning about changing my story. So when I shifted my energy, instead of like the poor me mentality, I shifted my energy. I honestly see so much good out there. The other thing that I did was, in addition to self-love, I stopped putting myself down. And I used to do that a lot. I would put myself down. For example, I have a little bit of a speech impediment. I didn't start my YouTube video because of that. And so a lot of that. And then the other thing, I think I mentioned this, is that I see positive things out there because I practice gratitude, and I started with self-love, forgiveness, and gratitude. I now see so much good out there. I see good people.